Hello, everyone. Nobody here yet, but I just thought that everyone would like to get the opportunity to say hello to everybody before we get started with my co-host Herman Green. So as soon as somebody comes into the chat, we'll get started. Hello, everyone. Nobody here yet, but thought that everyone. TCM Drones. Hey, how you doing, Tim? How you been? I know the weather's been a little bad down there. It's said winter weather, so unpredictable, and you've been getting storms down in your area, I'm sure. Drone shots, how you doing? Yep. We're just kind of thought I'd come on, say hello to everybody, and I'm looking forward to my co-host showing up. Hopefully Herman will not disappoint, and he will show. Yeah, Tim, really bad, huh? Is it still storming down there, or is it, for the most of it, is gone past? Drone shots, how's the weather where you're at? Is it nasty too? It was snowing on and off for the last 2.5 days. Now it's finally, I got partly cloudy skies, but we're supposed to start up the snow again. Oh, drone shot, you finally got some snow. Well, I know Herman in New York has been hoping, wishing for snow. Well, we got so far about 8 to 10 inches of snow, depending upon exactly where you are. I would say about 8 inches of snow. And we're supposed to get maybe another 8 inches of snow over the weekend. So that'll be interesting. Drone shots. Yeah, I know you snowplow. So you've been getting any overtime with that, or just what you do? Because I think you work for MDOT, and you said that you also snow plow on the side too. You must have some accounts. AZ Drones, good afternoon to you. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging here, seeing who's going to all come in. And I know that Herman promised that he was going to be here, and it's 5:09, and he's not here. But he likes to make a big entrance too, so he might be still in wardrobe and makeup. And I don't know where my good friend Centroid is. Um, yeah. So I'm just sending out a few more invitations just to see how we're doing here. Let me go back so I can see the live chat. Phantom, Flight 101. No, he didn't. I'm not home, Paul. I told you wasn't going to be home. No, you didn't. I came on just for you because, Herman, you were supposed to be my co-host for the evening. Okay, if you're at the DJI store buying some more drones, I understand. Hey, you're always welcome to hang here. No problem. Hey, and there's my boy, Mana Mana. So here we go. Ready, everybody? Mana Mana. Do 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 do. Mana Mana. Do 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 do. Mana Mana. Do 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 do. Mana Mana. See, that's what you're missing, Herman. Hey, Go Fish Office, how are you doing this evening? Or this after dinner time anyway here on the East Coast, and it's the middle of the afternoon on the West Coast. So if you're somewhere in between and it's late evening over on the other side of the pond, and I think it's early morning like in Australia and over that way. I'd like to welcome everybody into Studio B. That's what we call this show, live from Studio B, because with this show was born out of Canadian Drone Hub, which we all honor and love. And the Canadian Drone Hub is Studio A. And so we're here on Studio B. Michael Banny, how you doing? Good to see you, Michael. Go Fish, Michael Banny, Manaz here, AZ Drone, 313 in Arizona. Yep. Drone Shots is here. TCM, Tim from TCM Drones was in the chat just a few minutes ago. I would imagine he's still here. Thanks everybody for coming in. It's Go Fish. I just made you a moderator, so the next time there you go, you turn blue. I'm still learning all the ins and outs of this, and yes, it is getting easier to go on. However, the little bitty techniques that everyone else seems to know can be a bit challenging, but gives you guys a chance to go someplace. I know that, television isn't all what it was cracked up to be when we were younger, and it's just some of it gets to be pretty old pretty fast. Plus, it's like going to TV and it talks back to you, Go Fish. You betcha, Go Fish. When I see somebody, Sky Watcher footage. Okay, Sky Watcher. Well, thank you, AZ Drone. Everybody, make sure you're familiar with everybody in the chat. Say hello, and if you want to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to them, please do so. And if anyone wants to hit the like button, it's greatly appreciated. But you don't have to. I mean, I'm not going to hold you hostage. I just know that when I go to channels, somewhere about in the middle, I think, oh yeah, did I or didn't I? And I go back and look and I didn't, and I have to hit it again. But there was some interesting drone news I heard today, was that the FAA is moving forward with plans to formalize for commercial drones. They were doing it under 133. Now they've come up with a 135 for commercial drone operators, and what they can and cannot do, and they want to formalize this whole umbrella thing. So that's going to be interesting to watch. It's being led by, of course, by FedEx, UPS, all the big transport companies. Well, thank you, Go Fish. Fins up to you, too. And I know that the crisis in China has pretty much stopped a lot of stuff being shipped from China. I know the quarantine and critics, of course, we all know what the critics are. The critics say it's much worse than what the Chinese government are actually admitting to. So, don't know. Yes, Skywatch. Yeah, that is correct. I think it went into effect January or February the 1st, one of those days in UK. I can't remember whether Geek Savannah had mentioned that. There's a guy, he's got a great channel. If you want to know any kind of drone news, he pretty much stays up on top of that. Yep. Yeah, Michael, it's always best to side on the side of error and caution. Um, there's a lot of people out there that just they don't get it, don't understand it, and overprotective helicopter people. They just want to hover over anything, and then their opinion is what goes. I see the guy that violated the rules for the no fly at the Super Bowl. He wasn't flying the day of the Super Bowl, but he was trying to get some video and pictures of the pre-events, and he has been arrested and is charged now with a felony. Yes, I did. Yep, I did watch Drone U. They're pretty fired up there about a lot of things, and usually they're spot on, but um, it definitely is a situation that everybody needs to be aware of, and if they can or wish to, should leave some comments to the FAA. And that's where they also addressed um, the proposed new FAA rules and regulations for what do they call it? Heavy lift commercial drones. Oh, make the phone call. I'm going to be here until probably I'm thinking about maybe 6:30 or more. It depends upon how many people are here. Um, Roger, Canadian Drone Hub, is coming on a Saturday night show at 7. So I thought what I might do is end at about 6:30, unless it's really rolling, and send everybody over to Canadian Drone Hub after they have a break and a snack and take care of anything else that they have to do, and send them over to Roger, Canadian Drone Hub. And Sam Hayden was talking about doing a live show at 10, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. This is my lady friend, my girlfriend Lenny's night in front of TV. She likes to watch certain shows, and they all seem to be grouped up back to back to back on Friday night. So if she pops in, it'll just be for a quick pop in. Or she might be lurking in the background. I don't know. Okay, Go Fish. We'll look forward to seeing you back again. Yep, here's I'll show you guys what it looks like around here today. That's the 2 days ago, we had no snow on the ground. It had warmed up enough and melted everything, and now it's back again. Joe Mack, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're here. My buddy Herman just kind of is absent, but the fact of the matter is, as long as you folks are here, it makes up. I have to laugh. I had a lot of people. When I fly, I give out business cards. They're not really business cards, but they have my name, telephone number on the front, and on the back it tells where you can go on YouTube to see my videos, because I run into a lot of people from out of town along the water, and they want to know if I post to YouTube, and yes. So I found it was easier just to give them a business card. And you can get them cheap printed up. And I got them back when I was, and I just keep renewing them, but I got them. This is the business card. And that was back when I was flying the Inspire ones. So, and on the back, you gives them where they can go for my address, my YouTube channel. And then I also am good friends with Frank Ferry down at Carolina Drones, who actually got me into flying the bigger drones. A great guy. I haven't had too much contact with him lately. Well, thank you, AZ Drones. So those are the cards I give out. I order those by the, like 500 of them through, what's the name of that company? Vistaprint. And really cheap. But it saves a lot of, questions and answers back and forth about where can I see your videos? What videos do you have? Because I have about 1,200 videos on YouTube. So it's keeps me out of trouble. And then I also, the other suggestion that I would suggest to everybody is to wear your FAA registration information on your lapel. And in fact, here, I'll show you guys. This is the one I usually wear. But as you can notice, it's expired, because that was when the original one. But then I went and got my 107 Pilot. And so this is much bigger. And I just think it's a little bit much. So what I do is since the other one just kind of identifies me, I think I really like this little guy. You can get these on eBay. They print them up. You send them your numbers and expiration dates and stuff. And on the back, it has some additional information. And this one, of course, is my FAA 107. And there is no expiration date on your 107. You just every 2 years have to renew, go take the test again. Well, here's what I found. I've been wearing this one for like 3, maybe 4 years, and I just haven't clipped on either my lapel or on my coat. And when people are approaching me, you can tell is that they either want to tell me something that they think they know that I don't know, or they just inquisitive. And when they get close enough, it's like about 10 feet away, you can see their eyes go to this, and the whole demeanor changes. And uh, a lot of them would say, "Oh, I see you know what you're doing," and it just makes it much better. Before, it was like you had to explain who you are, what you were, what you're doing, whatever. But it's like a police officer if he didn't have a badge, or identification. I find that really helps. Yeah, JDS flies. He wears his military dog tags, and I think JDS, didn't you get picked up once by animal control with those on? But yeah, that's those are that's a suggestion too. And the card, the the card that you can hand to them and they can just take it, really has made flying in public areas. Not that I fly over them, because I'm flying out over the water most times. And then if I'm not over the water, if I'm flying a special event, I fly around the perimeter. And because I fly the Mavic 2 Zoom, I'm able to zoom in and get the pictures that I want. So yeah, I'm sure you will, JDS. that's if that's the reason you fly, is to meet chicks, I think there would be a lot less expensive way to do it. But just my opinion. Yep, Michael Banny, you're correct. They might have been plane guys. If everybody would please hit the like button, it would be greatly appreciated. Kind of helps me tell where we are and what we're doing. Any questions or anything you have for myself or anybody else in the panel, or if there's a topic that you want to discuss, we're open here. Um, oh, here he comes. My co-host has arrived. Phantom Flight 101 will be with us shortly. I know everybody's been waiting for Herman to show up, and he's just about to be here, and he will impart on you all of the all everything you ever wanted to know about flying big cities and what to look for and what not to, and just general living in the big city. JDS, to each their own, my friend. If that's what you might be onto something if you were to start that channel. You never know. And our special guest is going to be with my special co-host, I should say, is going to be with us here shortly. Herman is exploring his new channel. And so this is what we're up to tonight. We're hoping that he's on every Friday night. He and Lawrence host those guys on Novice Quads. Lawrence has it at 5 o'clock on Sundays, and Herman has those guys at 5 o'clock on his channel, which is Phantom Flight 101. JDS is providing a drum roll for Herman. I'm sure he's getting everything tuned up and ready to go. I can hear his microphone and I can hear his breathing, but no video yet. So anybody doing any flying today? Or I know that those guys in New York do a lot of nighttime flying, and they are able to get some really spectacular shots nighttime, like New York City and different areas of New York. And I know they work real hard on getting that done right. So while we're waiting for Herman, looks like it might not happen right away. Might be having some technical difficulties. From Studio NY, New York. Yep. He's back. No video, but he's back. Herman, are you having trouble? There he is.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can, and see you and hear you.
Okay. Well, I can't see the chat, so.
Okay. I will relay anything that you need to see or hear. Where are you off to?
Basketball practice.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why I run out after the live stream on Wednesdays.
Okay, basketball practice. So what time? What time is practice?
Well, today it's 6:20.
Ah, okay.
So
So you've got about
6:20, 6:30.
40 minutes before you have to be there, huh? Of
Yeah, I'm
course.
headed over there now.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with the.
How's the team doing?
Oh, they're all right. I mean, I'm not coaching this one. I'm just,
Just
you know.
helping? Hey, Max Air is in the chat.
Who?
Max Air 420.
Okay, what's up, man?
And Mana did a drum roll for you before you came on, along with JDS. He did a very series of drum rolls.
Oh, well, you know what it is? I don't know, Zoom or whatever it was trying to kick the headset out. Kept trying to kick the
Oh,
headset out.
okay.
But
Yeah,
once I got
I
it to do
figured it
that,
was some kind of a technical difficulty.
yeah, I guess now once I got it to do that, anytime I go on from the phone, it'll just do it now.
Oh, good. Good. So I was telling everybody that starting tonight, that maybe Herman's going to be on every Friday night, right?
No,
Huh?
no. Wednesdays is enough.
Well, I don't know. Everybody loves to see Herman.
I tell you the truth, you know what? I really was never big on the live stream. It was Roger that got me into that.
Ah,
And
well, for a guy that
between
never
him and
been big on it,
Lawrence,
you do it really well, Herman.
not really. I mean,
Yes, you do.
like I always said, I look at like Ken Herron, I look at Pusa Studios, and I'm like, that's a live stream. Even in fact, even the show that Curtis used to have
Yeah.
was very well done.
Yep. Yeah. Well, in order to put it to that kind of level, you got to have it hours in the day. I mean, you
Yeah.
got to script that baby, and you've got to set it up, and
Yeah.
that's a job. So
Well,
a little
lot
bit.
of it is done through OBS.
Yeah.
You know, OBS
Well,
handles all of the
you
stuff, the
remember
streaming.
Centroid used to put on a big production with OBS? And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And he gave that up, found that it was just too much.
Yeah, because you have to do the same work that the guys out in the truck would be doing if it was on regular television.
JDS said you hurt his feelings because you didn't say hello to him.
I hurt his feelings.
Yep.
Because I didn't say hello to him.
Yep.
Now, I have seen some things that JDS has put in the chat. I don't think I hurt his feelings, but how are you doing this evening?
And Manamana's here. You missed the song.
No, I heard it.
Oh, did you? Oh,
I kind of got to mute it at the,
Yeah, and Michael Banny's here, and Newfound Drones just came in. Say hello.
How many people you got in the chat?
Well, let me take a look. I got 8 people watching. I got 11 likes so far. Okay. And Manamana's here. AZ Drones. Go Fish Office is here. Michael Banny, like I said.
I heard you mention something about part 135.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
The new FAA. Go ahead.
Well, I tell you this, and I covered this once before in the live stream when UPS first got theirs in Wing Aviation. The reason why they're under part 135 is because 107 does not make an allowance for flying beyond the line of sight. Part 135 is a courier.
Yep.
So they're actually listed as couriers. That's why I made the joke about, do their drones have the necessary seat belts and stuff to make it accommodable for the, so that they fall under the guidelines as a courier for the
Yeah,
pilots.
right.
And the thing was, what I always go back to the symposium, because I remember when the FAA was saying that how pretty much everybody else is writing the ticket.
Yeah,
What it is you tell them what you want to do, and we'll tell you what guidelines you fall under.
yep,
Now, because you want beyond the line of sight flight, you now have to fly as a courier, and that's why they're doing that.
yeah. Well, there was a very interesting portion of Drone U News, which is on the Drone U channel, that specifically talked about the new regulations that the FAA is proposing, and they're going to have a comment period for what they call large size commercial drones, and they show it a little kind of a synopsis of everything that's in there. And
Well, the way things is going now, you might be better off saving your money and buying one of them large capacity lift drones and just using that, because at least you'd be able to fly
yeah,
with the way the proposals is for these things to come. I make a lot of jokes about it, but it's just, it is what it is. And a lot of this stuff is just going crazy.
yeah. It's gonna evolve, and I don't think anybody really knows where it's gonna end up. But the way it used to be isn't the way it's gonna be in the future.
Well, apparently, from what I understand, I heard that there was another thing that came up where like all the cell phone carriers got in trouble for the same thing that the FAA is proposing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the cell phone companies can't do it. Well, how are they gonna go and give away,
Yeah, I
have a
mean,
third party have
exactly
your
right,
information?
because you're going to have a hotspot or a cell phone in order to link it. So it's going to be that data is going to be going over there, and its freedom of information is not there for that.
Right, but the thing is, normally you would do that anyway to get your maps up on before you fly.
Yep.
Like I said, I really believe that they came with this absurd proposal so is that you like the one that they really want to give you.
Okay. Well, there was a I don't know if it was a lawsuit or a request made to extend the period of time before they
To comment.
yeah, and
Yeah, I think that
they turned it down.
of
Yep.
all people, the AMA was one that went and asked for more time for people to comment after sabotaging the comment period to begin with.
Yep. Well, they formally ruled in the last day or two that no, they were not going to extend the comment period.
Yeah, I heard that. Get your comments in. You got a little less than a month left to get the comments in.
Yep.
I'm sitting down writing it, but it's like a whole bunch of stuff. Did you see Sean's video from
Yes. Yep.
Geek Savannah?
Yep.
Yeah. Where he had a couple of us, do a little soundbite for why we didn't agree with the proposal.
Sean does a good job at bringing out information and giving a platform for everybody.
When he asked me, I was like, how can I do that in 20 seconds? So I just had to say a little something because I knew I was going to run over. That's a whole video if you sit down and think about it.
Oh, yeah.
One person.
Yep.
Of why.
Metro Drones is in the house. Hello, Metro Drones.
Hey, Metro, there's a lot of reasons why.
Yep, exactly. Lynn isn't watching my chat for me tonight, Herman, because this is her show night. Yep, she's got shows that she watches tonight.
Her shows, ain't that something?
Yep.
She was the one that got you to do this, and then now she's leaving.
Yep. Exactly.
I tell you, boy.
It's like tossing the baby in the pool and say swim or sink. You know.
They do pretty good though.
Oh yeah.
I watch some of them newborns are swimming, and they do pretty good.
Yep.
I guess because they have been swimming for the life in which that they know.
Right.
It's a second nature.
Yeah, it is. Oh, wait a minute. Lynn just popped in and says, "I'm listening, Herman. You know better."
I can't see. Oh,
She's
well, let
learning.
me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can you actually see me? Because I think it's dark in here.
It's dark, but we can see you.
Okay. I think I could,
I think we could see you better if you would have turned the phone sideways because we're seeing you vertical. If you turn the phone sideways, we get the landscape view, I think. Most
yeah,
phones
but then
do that.
it'll fall out of the holder.
Oh, okay. Thought maybe you had one of those fancy schmancy holders where you can turn it one way or the other way, or
Yeah, I have the thing just like with you remember the thing that Andrew was showing you with the where it charges the phone?
Oh yeah. That doesn't turn sideways.
It'll turn, but I think the phone will fall out.
Oh, okay.
Because it sits on the bottom and on the sides. So if I turn it sideways, it'll be on one side and the top and bottom, and nothing on the end.
Okay, I got you. Well, you turned on your little dome light there, or your little map light. It helped a lot. You're much brighter there. So how far is it do you have to drive to go to basketball practice?
Across town. Now I'm trying to find parking.
Hey, Robert Morton, how you doing?
This neighborhood's bad for parking too.
If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask my girl Linny there. She's kind of in charge of the chat, and because I have to have a leader girl to me because I don't see the chat as often as I should.
So you're not gonna ask. You're not gonna ask you any questions. You're gonna ask Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Robert is in the chat, and he's Lynn's neighbor. And for some reason, I don't know if she did it or I did it, but during one of my first live streams, I sent him notification. So.
Okay.
But he takes good care of Lynn's driveway for her. He goes over there and clears it out.
From the snow?
Yep. Lynn says the best neighbor ever. He comes up with his big snow blower, does her sidewalk and up the driveway, and she's tickled to death to be living next to Bob.
Okay. I mean, he could be making matters worse.
Yeah. Well, no, he's pretty meticulous about it. Lynn has a couple of golf carts, and so when his grandchildren come over in the summertime, they all like to go over to Lynn's house and go for a golf cart ride.
Oh, okay. She has a couple of golf carts.
Lynn says that Bob is signed up for notifications when I go live. So.
Poor Bob.
Welcome, Bob. Poor Bob. What do you mean? Welcome, Bob.
Bobby goes on every day.
Bob went to school with Lynn's younger brother.
Okay. Small world.
And her kids like to come over and visit Anthony. Her great big parrot, macaw parrot, you know.
That's his name, Anthony?
Anthony, yep. And Anthony loves children.
Uh-huh.
Anthony has his own like a dog, have a harness. She's got a harness for Anthony, and he walks down the sidewalk with her. And he goes down the sidewalk. He looks up at the trees and goes, "Oh wow!"
Uh-huh.
From what Lynn tells me, a parrot is like having about a 7 or 8 year old. I think they're that smart.
I don't know how many 7 or 8-year-olds you know.
No, I don't. But parrots. Here's the one thing that everybody doesn't know. When you get a parrot, now Lynn hatched this parrot from an egg.
Uh-huh.
They live to be 70, 80 years old. So she had to make arrangements with a sanctuary, a parrot sanctuary, in case anything happens to her, to take Anthony.
Okay. Do they have that for turtles?
I'm sure.
Because they live to be like 1 billion years old.
Yes.
Turtle will outlive you twice. I think that's because they don't move very fast.
No. So
That's why they move so long.
So the weather's been rainy there, Herman, or you been getting any snow or?
No snow. The rain has stopped.
Okay.
We got a ton of wind, like 50-mile-an-hour times.
Wow.
It's just terrible.
So it's definitely not flying weather.
No, definitely not. It's bad. We got a nice sky, but it's bad. You don't want to hear these winds. It was blowing stuff down the street, Lawrence told me earlier.
Wow.
Garbage cans got loose.
I sent Lawrence an invite, but we didn't hear from him. And I sent a whole bunch of invites out, which is okay. It's Friday night. I understand.
Who'd you send out one to?
Robert, John, you, Roger.
Roger's probably having dinner.
Sam Hayden. But Sam's supposed to be doing his own show tonight at 10 o'clock. We'll have to see how that goes.
Okay. So we shall see.
Yeah, Lynn lost a couple of her birds over the last year. They were older. The one that his name was Roy. He was kind of a crusty guy. He was a
funny names for some birds.
Double yellow-headed Amazon, and he died, and he was 68 years old.
Okay.
So somebody else, Lynn, ended up with Roy after some elderly lady died, and so that bird had to go somewhere. So. So that's really the kindness of the heart. She took him in, and she loved on him. She loved Roy. He didn't particularly like anybody, but he tolerated Lynn.
Okay. You know what? I'm looking at this screen here. The Zoom screen on the phone is very similar to the one on the computer when you go open the invite. Yeah. Just that I don't see you in a little window. It doesn't flash back and forth between you and I when we're talking.
Oh, okay.
It shows me in a little tiny window that I can't really see down at the bottom. But it has the same mute thing, the camera symbol, the share.
Okay.
And I guess that button that says more will give me like the chat and everything for the Zoom chat.
Yeah, I think you can.
I don't want to hear anything.
I think you can break it out, but I'm not sure.
I don't want to hit anything, and next thing you know, it is nothing.
Yeah. Lenny has
It's,
2 golf carts. She stores one of them in my garage, telling me that I should use it, and I don't because I don't go anywhere. But
where are you going to use it to go?
well, in the city, there's a federal law that says that you can use golf carts on main roads as long as they have brake lights, tail lights, turn signals, horn, all the kind of things, just like a car, as long as it's under 30 miles an hour. So you can drive along the right-hand side of the road, cars pass you, and you can go wherever you want. So in most cases,
they'd be cursing you out here.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, there's a lot of people that would be doing that. Yep.
30 miles an hour, you holding up traffic. But then again, you got a lot of people that'll be driving right behind you, scared to pass you.
Actually, no, they just passed me. Just like kind of like if you stay on the right hand side, it's kind of like if somebody's sitting alongside the curb or whatever, they just swerve around and go around you. But it's really is kind of nice if you ever want to take anybody like down along the water or onto the bridge downtown. You can just use the golf cart. You don't have to use the car. But what has really curtailed me from doing it, ever since I got Mia a couple of years ago, she is scared to death of the golf cart. She will not get on the golf cart.
No?
Nope.
Or is she getting the car though?
Oh yeah, she loves to sit in the passenger bucket seat of the Tahoe. That's her seat. She's right there. But I think it's because it's enclosed and she feels safe.
Does she give up the seat to Lynn when Lynn gets in the truck?
Well, she puts her head down and kind of looks at Lynn and gets in the back seat very slow between the bucket. Between the two She's sitting there all happy like this, and then she sees Lynn coming. It's like, okay, here I go. Giving up my seat. But she loves her Auntie Lynn.
I thought you didn't tell me she takes a paw and just hits the button.
It's lock button. In fact, I have a 93-year-old aunt that every month or so she's got to go get those shots in her eyes for glaucoma. And so I usually take her and pick her up. So when I go down to my aunt's house, pull up alongside the curb there, and she comes down and gets in. As soon as I pull up, she looks around and she sees my aunt coming down the driveway, and it's like, all right, here we go. Gets her head down and goes slowly, heads for the back seat. Anybody showing up for the practice yet?
I don't know. I got to go inside.
Oh.
I was just watching this lady park behind me like she was about to hit me.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were sitting out there watching to see if anybody's going to show. Or.
Oh, no, they got to go inside.
How many kids?
That's a good question. Probably like 40-something. They break down into 2 groups.
Okay. So are they like high school kids or?
Yeah, they're like 14 years old.
Oh, okay. So it'd be kind of like the JV squad, right?
Kind of, sort of, but it's not a school. It's not a school-related
okay, so it's
program. It's a outside program. So the kids come after school, and they have I don't know how young they go, but I know they have some real little kids.
Well, Herman, you're not going to tell me that those kids are going to be playing basketball outside there.
Outside.
You said it's an outside.
No, it's inside. No, it's outside of the school. It's inside the building.
I'm going, man, you have to be doing some serious wind sprints just to keep from getting numb.
No. You wouldn't get some of them to show up.
Yeah. Mia's Drone Adventures. Hello.
Like I have some of the kids that this is funny that I coach in football. I had one kid one time told the other kid, listen, we were practicing on grass. And the kid said, listen, don't tackle me to the ground. You're not supposed to be on the ground on this surface in football. I'm like, who told you that? He goes, you don't play football on this. I was like, dude, do you know where you played football before there was a turf field?
Yeah.
It was grass, and before that, it was dirt and rocks.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, they get spoiled. They're used to certain things.
Hey, Mia, we're doing good here. I hope you're doing well. Mia's bugging the hell out of me. I think she wants to go out. I don't know.
Okay.
Give me a second, Herman. Watch the show, will you? Sing a tune or tell a joke or.
I can't see who's in the chat. I don't know who I'm talking to. Well, whoever's out there, I'm here, waiting for Paul to go take the dog out and come back. I can't even see if anybody's saying anything to me.
What I could do, Herman, is get Lynn on the phone. I could get Lynn on the phone and she could talk to you at least and tell you what's going on in the chat.
How? Because I'm using the phone for the Zoom window.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Well, what she could do is if I set the phone here on speakerphone, she could watch what she's saying and she could repeat it on here and you should be able to hear it. But
I think you would be able to do that too, and then they would hear it as she's telling me.
Yep.
How long are you staying on?
Well, probably another half hour or so, depending on how we do, is how many people join us. And
how many people join you?
I think we've got 10 or 12 people here right now.
Okay.
I mean, we're not setting the world on fire, but I appreciate everybody that's here.
What's this here? I got a couple of places over here. Oh no. That pharmacy don't look too good.
Oh, you got to find the right spot to park. Is that what you're doing?
Oh no, I'm parked. I'm just getting ready to go inside. I was just looking at this store over here, the pharmacy, but I don't know if I would go in there and get my medication.
Pretty iffy, is it?
Yeah, just nah.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple of pharmacies here in New York that are not they're not commercial pharmacies, but they're open 24 hours, and if they don't have the medication, no one has it.
Ariel Williams says hello to Herman.
Hello.
And Mia's drone adventure says, tell us some jokes, Herman.
Some joke.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, there is Roger.
How you
I
doing?
can't even see Roger.
Yeah, they all came to see Roger.
Coming to give a hand to poor Herman stuck in traffic.
Oh no, I'm not stuck in traffic. I'm actually sitting in the car parked.
Oh.
I'm gonna let Mia back in. Be right back.
Okay.
I was sitting here until I gotta go inside. I was hoping somebody would come in and give Paul a hand so he's not here by himself.
Yeah.
Since he likes to go live every 5 minutes. You created a monster, Roger.
Yes, we did.
Paul's going live every 5 minutes. As soon as the wind blows, Paul's live. I'm in the car. I'm like, Paul's live? No, I thought you were joking. I told you I wasn't going to be there at 5 o'clock. Oh, well.
So how you been?
I'm good. I can't complain. A little tired, but go ahead.
Hey,
see
Mia,
what's
Drone
going on.
Adventures. How you doing? Lynn, AC Drone Dude. Yeah, AC Drone Dude. Ariel Williams. Lynn. Just checking to see who's in there. Metro Drones, how you doing, my friend? Nice to see you. Robert Martin. Chris? No. No.
This is odd.
Quicksilver. I'm not here. I'm not here. JDS, how you doing? Newfound Drone Productions.
What's going on here? First, 3 police cars shot by that way. Now
Okay.
2 fire trucks and the fire chief just went this way.
Oh,
I hope they're not going to the same place.
most likely.
No, one of them's going in the wrong direction.
Hello, Roger from Studio A. Welcome to Studio B. PMS.
You know, for a guy that doesn't know what he's doing.
Snow so far.
What happened?
We got over a foot of snow so far.
Over a foot of snow so far. It's still snowing?
Yeah, hell yeah. And now the winds have picked up a lot. And we still got about another, well, the way it looks like, we're going to get about another, a good half foot or more by tomorrow morning.
You have to call up the prime minister and tell him to stop this. This has got to stop.
I just looked out the window and it's a full moon rising out there.
It's not snowing at all?
No. We're supposed to start up again tomorrow, Roger.
The snowblower guy came here, man, and his snowblower was choking on the snow.
Was it?
Yeah, I bet.
And his snow tires are halfway up in the snow.
Hey, Herman, were you on this morning when
Kim?
it was doing the snow angel?
Yeah, the snow was a little too deep.
Yep. Lynn was laughing her butt off about that.
If it was any more snow, you wouldn't have seen him at all.
Yep.
Hey, Mia Drone Adventures, how you doing?
I'm telling you, from the road, he probably looked like a guy that fell down and couldn't get
On
up.
the bottom left is where you turn your camera's on fine. The bottom left is where you turn your microphone on.
Hey, Drone Shots, how you doing?
The microphone.
Yeah, I waited all night for Roger to go on at 8 p.m. He never showed. Last night, I wasn't on last night. Tonight I'm on. Not yesterday.
Well, I think Herman's heading in.
Hey, Mia.
Well, I'm getting out of the car.
You got to turn your microphone on the bottom left. You'll see there's an X through a microphone. Click on the arrow up and down. That'll either turn it on or off, or if you click on the microphone.
Howdy.
Yeah, there you go.
Hello.
There you go.
So that's your parking spot for the night there, Herman?
Oh, no. I still got to leave here and drive back home and look for parking.
Ah, okay.
I don't know how you guys do it in New York. Fight for parking spots out in front of your own houses, you know?
Well, that's because a lot of times you and 1,500 other people live there.
Yeah.
It's not really your own personal house.
Right.
So, Mia, whereabouts are you from?
He's still trying to figure it out, I think. Right?
Why won't this light go off now?
Okay, North Wales. Okay, so you can hear us. That's good.
Well, you got to turn the microphone on. Down in the bottom there's a picture of a microphone. If you take your cursor over there, the bottom of the screen,
Yeah, but
and right next to it, you can.
Oh, he hasn't spoken yet. We don't even know if it's working, his microphone or not. Say
Well,
something, Mia.
Hello,
Oh, there you
go.
are.
It's working.
I'm here.
Do you see the chat now too, Mia?
I've got split screen.
There you
So
go.
I've got YouTube running on the left.
Good.
Good. Great.
So
So how are things in North Wales?
It's been a nice week. We're expecting winds though of 100 miles an hour over the weekend.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
That's not good.
You.
Not good. Well, it's great. It's great to have you here tonight. You get a chance to sit with royalty with the Godfather himself, Roger.
Oh my God, Paul, stop it. I'll get off.
Yep, the Godfather is in the house.
I'll show you what our weather is right now here. There you go.
Hey, Herman, you got to run?
In a few.
Okay, well, don't. We don't want to keep you, but if you just let us know when you got to go.
I will.
That's how it was all day here today.
We didn't, it wasn't up very long, Roger.
No?
Uh-uh.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, we saw it.
It's been like this all day here, so.
And it don't look good.
No black screen. Now it's up. Okay.
So that's how we got all day here today.
It's windy too, right, Roger?
Very windy, very windy. Yeah, Ryan, the next best thing to try. Drone shots.
So Mia's drone adventure, what's your first name?
It's Kev.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kevin, I'm Paul, and then, as you know that. Roger, and of course, Phantom up there is Herman.
Herman. Yeah.
Herman is kind of our sports celebrity. He has his own New York City Super Bowl ring.
Now that I put a face to the name.
Yep.
So, Herman, what are you doing there?
He's helping to coach
here,
kids league
waiting on this
basketball.
elevator.
Okay.
Kids league basketball, and he said there's probably about what, 40 to 60 kids?
Yeah. I'm just waiting on this elevator here.
About 10 to 14 years old, about.
No, the group that's going in a few, they're like 14.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, and the younger kids go, and as it goes on, you know, the kids get older.
Yep.
Yeah, I just got away from the table for supper there, so.
So
Decided to join in.
Kevin, what's up with you over there? I know it's high winds and everything, but any thoughts on your UK situation or with the EU and?
It's a mess. But it'll sort itself out. We should have just left ages ago, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we were asking Geek Savannah. I don't know if you watch his channels at all, but he does a great job. I asked him if what difference it was going to make for you flying drones or UAVs, and he said he didn't think it was going to change much. But usually when people split, things change.
Well, we're going to align with Europe anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
I do think it's going to make things easier as well, though. Although I read today that there was a first airline that banned traveling with the drone. So
really?
things might change in that aspect as well.
So what was the situation with the airliner?
No batteries, no drones whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
There's
you
a
can't-
full blanket. No,
So you can't even check them in, or no?
no,
No.
they won't allow you.
So you have to ship it to the destination, then go pick it up.
Yep,
Shit.
bit of a nightmare. But it is only a not well used one, to put it politely.
Yep. And what do you fly now, Kevin?
Mavic 2 Pro.
There you go.
Also a Mini, but then that's actually my old man's, but I use it as well.
Yeah.
And the Mini is well worth investing in. I think it's great fun.
I've got a Mini. I haven't flown it much. It's middle of winter here. I fly the Mavic 2 Zoom because most of all of mine are ship videos, and I try to crop it as I'm going because, you know, it makes it easier for me if I want it zoomed in a little bit or whatever. But the Mavic 2 Air is the Mavic 2 Pro is one heck of an aircraft.
Fantastic. I love it. I've only had the drone since November. And anybody who's ever wanted one, I'd say just buy it. Because I looked into it for about a year and a half, and I wish I bought it when I first looked into it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, hesitation. I hear a lot of guys say, you know what, I thought about it. And then once they get it, they're the most prolific users and flyers that are out there because, you know, the anticipation, and then once they got it, it says, oh my God, I should have done this a long time ago.
I think it's addictive as well. Like when you fly the bird for the first time and you get it up, it's just that wow feeling.
Yep.
You just want to chase it.
Yep. Roger's getting a Mavic 2 Mini here in about a month, right, Roger?
At the end of the month, he's supposed to be mailing it up to me. Yep.
Yep.
I'm glad I don't have it now because I'll be more pissed because of the snow. But
well, in your case, Roger, you're getting 18 to 20 inches of snow. There's no sense in worry about flying.
That's it.
Even though your heart may want to, but
You got the house to fly around in, you'll be fine.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Kim flies the little whoops around the house.
Yeah. I don't fly whoops yet.
Yeah, Lynn says, nice to see you, Kevin. Lynn is my better half. She kind of keeps an eye on me, Kevin. And she's got always a whip out ready to straighten my ass out when I get off track. So
Not many shots for you then.
no. Yeah. Lynn's grandmother was from Brighton.
That's not that far away.
Lynn had a really illustrious career in the military. She was started out as a jet pilot, and then she went to the Army during Vietnam and flew attack helicopters. And then she flew Cobra helicopters. Then she went to work at the Pentagon, and she was a federal investigator for the Department of Investigative Services. And so she was in all of her military service, I think, spanned almost 38 or 40 years, I think.
AZ drone dude wants to know what airline is that they don't want the drones on.
I can't remember. I'll see if I can find it now.
And it might be British Airways, do you think? Or
No, it was a not very well known one. Well, for me, it's the first time I'd heard of the airline. But bad news if one starts doing it because they all like to follow suit.
yeah.
Sounds like a Canadian thing. When somebody does something, y'all follow. The government follows. John DiNardo's not around tonight.
No, I sent him a link, but I don't know if he's where he's at or, um, you know, could be anywhere, I guess.
I can't find it. What I'll do is next time I see it, I'll save a link and put it up next time.
That's okay.
I'm just today there was something like 120 accidents already in Montreal. People are driving like crazy in Montreal. That was just this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of snow. We're getting a lot of snow. That's I know how PEI felt in Prince Edward Island there. I know how they felt now, and this is this is the major storm of the year for us. We never had we didn't have big storms like this. Makes a long time. So Paul, what'd you do your afternoon? Did you go shoveling?
Yeah, I shoveled the driveway and the sidewalks and everything, and then came in and was talking to Lynn for a little while, and then I just kind of kicked back after that.
Okay, so you didn't take your ladder out and try and change that camera?
No, Lynn told me no.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Lynn told me no, and I always do what Lynn says.
Uh-huh.
Just to keep the peace, yeah?
Yeah, you put up a camera, it's not working. You was going to take it down and try and get it working.
Yeah, I bought some cameras and got it all set up here. And when I went, I mounted it up on the side of the house, ran the wire back inside to get the power to it, and then it wouldn't link up. So I went up the ladder, pushed the linking button, went down and went through the whole process. Up the ladder, down the ladder, up the ladder. So finally I just gave up. I was trying to get it done last night before the snow came.
Okay.
Well, it was 2 days ago, I think. Didn't work. So it's still out there and it's not working. But I bought 2 cameras, so I got another one just like it that I can put in its place. But it would require me to go up the ladder again.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the look, Roger, here today. It looks different than what it did, right?
Yeah. Oh, crap. It stopped snowing completely there.
Yep, it just stopped about, I would say, about a couple hours ago. That flashing across the street is the guy in his driveway.
Okay.
I don't know what he's flashing about, but so, but we're supposed to get more snow overnight into tomorrow again. And Sunday. I think maybe not overnight tonight. I think starting tomorrow afternoon into Sunday. So
Okay.
another 4 to 6 inches. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, Chris, do you get any snow over where you are or no?
Kevin.
Not me. You get it. I live right on the mountain, or right next to the Snowdonia.
Uh-huh.
So there's always snow up there through the winter. It's just
Okay.
doesn't stick down on ground level as we are.
Sorry about calling you Chris. I don't know where I came from.
That's okay. I've been called a lot worse.
Well, you got to remember, as being the old guy here,
Oh, my God. There you go.
it's like Roger has to keep reminding me, now that you brought that up, Roger, I need to take my night pill, right?
Well, it's up to you. I take mine at 9:30 all the time, so
Is today Thursday?
Friday.
I miss Thursdays. Whatever.
Yeah, so I'll be on at 7 o'clock, guys. So
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, Roger, is I'll shut down and give you a half hour to go get ready.
well, it doesn't take me that long, but it's okay.
Well, when
I'm
when
gonna-
you
I'll
just
make
tell me
another
when to
coffee.
pull the plug, Roger, because you're the Godfather. I'm
Well,
I'm the little Padawan, you know.
it's up to you. You can keep on going, Paul. I'm gonna go off, and I'll be back at 7 on my
Okay.
channel. Okay, everybody in the chat. See you all later.
Okay.
In a
Bye,
bit.
Paul. Bye, Kevin.
Bye, everybody. We'll
See you
see you,
later.
Roger. And I think I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Thanks for coming on.
You're
And
welcome.
hope to see you again soon. And now that you've kind of popped your bubble here on Zoom, it wasn't that hard to do, was it?
It was pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. So thanks, everybody, for coming in tonight.
We'll see you all next time.
I'm still typing.
Use 2 hands.
Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. And now I go down here. Let me see, I got to figure out end the meeting. Stop the live stream first, okay.